Morning. How are you doing? I hope you're good. Before we get started, I want to address the elephant in the room. My shirt does say Mama said there'd be days like this, but you know what? This is positive for me because my mama told me I'd have good days too. I told my child for years it's going to get better. So to me, this is a positive statement of Mama told me there'd be days like this. Mama told me I'd have good days. And you know what? I'm having good days. So this is not a negative t-shirt. This is actually positive. I want to ask you today, honestly, just think about it. Are you ready for your next opportunity? You never know where it's going to come from. You never know what is going to come your way. And I'm going to tell you, be ready. It may come in a way that you would never have imagined. I've alluded to the fact that I have a new opportunity and I'm stepping into something. I'm going to actually talk about that in a minute, what my opportunity is. But I want you to be ready for your opportunity. And I'm going to tell you how I was ready for mine. Over the last few weeks, I've been feeling, you heard me talk about shifts yesterday, pivots, changes. I've been feeling that in my spirit real deep. I've been feeling something is about to change. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what it was, but I knew something was coming, and I knew that where I had been was not where I needed to be. Now, I'm not stopping coaching. That's still a big part of who I am, but there are certain things I've been doing that I'm just looking at real hard to determine if I want to keep doing them. So you need to honor those feelings. That's the very first thing. Honor your feelings. If you feel that there's something coming, if you feel like there is something new for you, something different, I don't care how committed you are to what you're doing right now, you need to look at those feelings and you need to be prepared to honor those feelings, okay? Because they don't come to you for a reason. I've been reading a lot lately, which I'll tell y'all that all the time. But I've been reading, and I've heard this from a few people. Emotions are temporary; they're quick, but feelings sit with you for a while. Feelings are something that don't just come and go, and so you need to honor those feelings. The next thing you need to do is to put yourself out there, to talk to people who are close to you about it. Talk to people. If you feel led to talk to someone about how you're feeling, that you're looking for something else, that you're wanting something else, do that. That urgency in you is for a reason. And I had been talking with a close friend of mine, Danelle. Some of you who watch this will know who I'm talking about. Danelle and I got to know each other over the last year or year and a half, because of my mentor, Martha Craigie. She is Martha's right arm, other than Michael or Mike, her husband. But Danelle and I have become very, very close friends just through being business strategists together, and then actually getting to meet up with each other in Dallas for an event. And I just love and adore Danelle. Danelle, if you see this, I love and adore you, sweetie, so much. But I had been talking back and forth with her, and she knew that I was unsettled. She knew that I was looking for some reason, I was looking for something else. And I had put that out there. And I didn't know what that something else was going to be. I had no idea. I'm at heart, I'm a writer, I'm a creator. I just had no idea. And that leads me to the next step. Be willing to change your viewpoint. Okay. Being a creative person, sometimes we think we have to show our creativity through writing, painting, through chefs, I think, are very creative. So we think we need to show that creativity through things like that. But that's not the only way you show creativity. I've said many, many times, and I'm starting to read a book that I hear this echoed in, even though she's way deeper than I ever thought about being with this. But I believe that we are all creative because we were created by a creative God, and that we have his creative DNA in us. We have his DNA in us. We are children of God. And I firmly believe that we are creative because he is a creative God. So, but some things that you look at doing, you may not think, well, that's creative. That's not creative. Why would you do it? That's not creative. But you have to be willing to change your viewpoint. Okay. You have to be willing to look at things a little differently to be available when opportunity knocks. Okay. So, step 4 is you need to recognize your genius and remember where you came from. Now, I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to tell you that I believe that we have multiple levels of genius in us, multiple areas of genius in us. And one of my levels of genius, something that I've did for years with a large telecom I worked for, was actually planning events. I planned and carried out those events for quite a few things, and actually worked with other project managers to carry out events. So I've been on both sides of it. I've actually led the events, and I've actually I'm actually helped someone else to put the event on. And last week, Danelle came to me, and so this is kind of how it worked. Okay, so I put it out there to her. I'm really, something's going on, and I'm looking for something. There's just something in me. I've got to do something. And she came to me at the end of last week and said, okay, there's an opportunity with Martha I have to tell you about. And she told me, and I just sat there for a minute. And I got up and I went to Michael and I said, there's an opportunity with Martha that I'm thinking about looking into and applying for. And he said, okay, what is it? And I told him. He said, well, yeah, he said, you've got plenty of experience at that. He said, do you want to do that? Because I had said for a long time, I would never work for anyone else. Now I'm a contractor, but I do work for Martha. I'm responsible to her. And I said, that's another point of changing your viewpoint. I said, I'm not working for anybody else again. But this was so perfect. It just spoke to my soul. So she was looking for an event coordinator. Now I have some kind of fancy smancy title. I know what it is, but I'm not going to put it out here. Titles are just set their titles. They're something to just say what you do. But in essence, I'm an event coordinator for her. I lead that. That's what I'm doing. And I had to change my viewpoint about working for someone else and about who I actually was. Now you can be creative when you have to be creative when you're actually scheduling and putting on events. I mean, that's a creative process from beginning to end, but some people wouldn't look at it that way. I had to recognize the fact that I had a lot of experience at this, and I loved it. Absolutely loved doing this when I worked for the telecom. So the next step is to see the blessing and grab it. And that's what I did actually Monday. I talked with Martha Monday, and this is such a blessing for me, for my family, for I hope for Martha. I plan for it to be. I am so blessed to work with people that I love working with. So blessed to be able to do things that I absolutely love doing. And this will also allow me to back up and look at my business and say, okay, now what am I doing that truly, truly feeds me? And allow me to back up and move away from the things that don't feed me and just charge head first to the things that do. I am so grateful for this opportunity, and I want you to be ready for your next opportunity. I want you to be ready to grab it when it comes along. Okay, so let's go over those 5 steps again real quick. Honor your feelings. If you're feeling that you're unsettled about something, if you're feeling like there's more for you, if you're feeling like you really want to do something, honor those feelings. Then put it out there. Put it out there to those closest to you. Talk to them about it. And I don't mean just your husband, your children, that talk to people about it that, and I don't mean just throw it out there to everybody. That's not it either. You need to hold it close, but you need to talk to who you get that feeling you need to talk to about it, like I did with Danelle. You need to be willing to change your viewpoint. It may be something you said you'd never do again, like never work for someone else again, never be responsible to someone else again. And it may very well be that. Be ready for it. Be willing to change your viewpoint. Recognize your genius. Number 4 is recognize your genius. Remember, you have genius in multiple areas of your life. Okay. You may have 2 or 3 geniuses. So look at that, recognize it, and remember what you're good at. And then see the blessing and grab it when it comes your way. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. I plan to. I love you. More importantly, God loves you. Have a blessed one.